Good morning, children. I welcome all the students of class 8 on this online portal of Scottish Public School. Today we are going to continue the chapter Geography chapter 1, our resources of class 8. So I hope you all are safe and fine with your family. So in the previous lecture we discussed about the renewable sources and non-renewable resources. Today we are going to take this chapter ahead. On the basis of the stage of the development, natural resources can be classified as into two categories. They are potential and actual resources on the basis of the development. First one is potential. It is potential and the actual resources. Now the question arises, what are these potential and actual resources? Dear children, potential resources are the resources which exist in a region and could be used in the future but have not been developed yet to their full potential. It means there are some sort of resources available in an area, but they are not fully developed to be called as actual resources. In future they may be used as a resource, but today it cannot be. It means, just take an example, that in class 8, Divya Agarwal, Ayushman, or somebody sitting, or maybe Aryan, they can be somebody, maybe an engineer in future, and suppose that Divya becomes a chartered accountant or a doctor, Ayushman becomes a policeman. So what happens? They are potential. They have the potential to become anything. But right now they are nothing. Right now Ayushman is not a policeman. Even he is not a Havaldar today. But similarly, Divya can be a doctor. But right now she is not a doctor. She has the potential to become a doctor. She has all the skills, knowledge and the capabilities that is required to become a doctor. But right now she is not developed in that, on that level that she becomes a doctor immediately. So that is a potential. It means there is a possibility for a resource to be useful in the future, not today. That is the actual meaning of the potential resources. Okay, for example, Africa has numerous waterfalls which could be harnessed in future for to generate hydroelectricity, but at present have not been fully utilized. It means they have many waterfalls, high waterfalls, but they are not utilizing those waterfalls to producing hydroelectricity because they don't have the system, the dams and other infrastructure required to generate hydroelectricity. They do not possess today. But if the investment will be done, all other infrastructure will be developed under that waterfall, then there is a possibility of generating the electricity in future, but today it is not used, not properly utilized. Got my point? So that is an example. Now actual resource, move to this actual resource. What is actual resource? Actual resource means the fields, coal fields, the petroleum from the places from where we are getting petroleum products, crude oils. So they are actual resources. These resources which can be put to actual use as their quantity and quality have been properly assessed through detailed survey. It means the government or the concerned departments do the research and development works. They find where the coal is there, we can find some gold, where we can find some petroleum. So they keep on doing surveys. If they find a possibility of a coal mine somewhere, they dig it, they explore that place, and they find that there is a coal under the earth, there is coal beneath the earth. So they set up a coal mine there and they start digging out the coal from the earth, isn't it? So that is, for example, we can take coal and iron ore deposits in India. The portion of the actual resources can be developed profitably with available technology is called the reserve. It means, suppose that we have 500 acres of coal mine, that is not, we are not digging it today, but we can dig it in the future. So that is our coal reserve. That is our coal reserve. It means we have coal in buffer. Suppose that we are, in our families, we cook rice, chapatis. Suppose that we consume 500 grams of rice every day, but we have stored 200 kgs of rice at home so that we can consume it in the future. So that rice, 200 kg rice is our reserve. That is our reserve. Okay. Suppose that we are consuming 250 gram potatoes every day, but we have kept 50 kg of potato at home because we can consume that in future. So that is our reserve. It means we are having our buffer stock. Our buffer stock. Similarly, so the actual reserve, actual resource, you understood. On the basis of the distribution, natural resources can be classified in two categories. Suppose that this part of this distribution was on the basis of development, actual resource, potential resource. Now on the basis of distribution, it can be done ubiquitous resource and localized resource. So you have to note it down, these definitions, you have to note it down and understand. These are very important definitions. Going further in your classes or in your future, these terms are very important. It will be very helpful for you. So note down these definitions in your copy. What is ubiquitous resource and localized? Ubiquitous resources are those that are found everywhere, like sunlight or air. Suppose that we have sunlight or air everywhere, it is ubiquitous. It means it is available everywhere. But localized resource means, suppose that there is a coal mine in Hazaribagh, in Jharkhand, or in some part of the Jharkhand, near Ranchi or somewhere. So they are, what they are? They are ubiquitous, they are localized. It means they are the resources that are found at a particular place or a region is non-localized resource. The resources which are available everywhere, every part of the world, that is known as ubiquitous resource. Got my point? Very easy, very clear. Now human resource. Now the real essence of the resources comes. It is we people. The most important resource of all the resources are human resource. If human resource is not developed, no other resources can be utilized. So it is very important. Human resources include the quality, quantity, as well as the quality of the people. Human resources, it means the numbers are also very vital, but the number is not that vital as the quality. Quantity, nobody looks. Quality, everybody looks for. Suppose that I gave you this much food to eat, but that has no taste, no value. You will not enjoy it. I gave you a small chunk of a cake, very tasty, very creamy cake. You will enjoy it. It means you are looking for quality, not for the quantity. I gave you this much puffed rice to eat. You will not enjoy. I will give you a small chunk of pizza. You will enjoy it because that is tasty and delicious. So everybody is looking for quality, not for quantity. I gave you this much tasteless food. You will not enjoy. But my point, even people feel very happy after eating a small cone of ice cream. But if I'll give you 10 chapatis, only chapati, you will not enjoy it. Got my point? The quantity doesn't matter, quality, it is most important thing. By the quantity, we mean the distribution of the density of the population, and by the quality, we mean the physical and the mental abilities of the people. Suppose that quality means, what is the quality of a human resource? It is the mental and the physical capabilities or the skills. Suppose that in some part of the world, Americans, British people in Australia, people in New Zealand, they are very tall, very lean, very thin lined body, they have fit physical figure, and mentally they are very sound. So that is very important, that is very good human resource. And abilities are very important thing to become a human resource. Humans are the most important resource, as I told you earlier. In fact, no substance in nature is a resource all by itself. It has to be put to use by us, and only then it acquires resource value. Thus, resource is created by human effort, increased by the application of human knowledge and intelligence. It means no other resource is directly a resource without the interference or without putting effort by the human resource. Suppose that there is a land, fertile land, but humans will not go there. They will not show the seeds of wheat. So we cannot grow the crop of a wheat, because our effort is required to make the resources usable. If you want to wear a leather suit, you can't go simply to an animal, just kill the animal and peel off its skin and put it into your feet. That is not a shoe. That leather or that skin has to be taken to the tannery. There it will be polished, the skin will be dried, it will be polished, rubbed, and then it will be finished. It will be taken to the factory. It will be put into a proper shape and size to make the shoes. Then only the shoes can be put into feet. There are a lot of human resources required to make the skin turn into a shoe. This is how, if there will be no human resource, the skins of the animals will not be able to be usable. It means it is human resource who makes all other resources usable. Got my point? Now, economic development of a region or a country depends on the great extent of these human resources. For example, northeastern USA and western Europe are densely populated, and people in these regions are highly skilled and efficient. Therefore, they are very prosperous. On the other hand, the Amazon basin and some part of the African continent like Ethiopia and Somalia are developing countries. They are either thinly populated or their people do not have much access to the modern technology. It means what happened? If we are talking about America, in some part of the America, western side of America, northwestern side of America, they are very skilled people. The people, those who are living there, they have very good knowledge. They have they are very efficient. They are very techno-freak guys. They have the access to the technology. They can develop new technologies. But people of the Somalia and Ethiopia, like India, you can also take an example of India also. We don't bother to develop new things. We don't bother to for the research and development work. We love to eat, sleep, listen to the music and sleep, enjoy our life. We don't develop new things. Do we? No. So, just you have to do, I believe that one more lecture will be required to conclude this chapter, and we will take this chapter ahead in the next class. What you have to do, you have to note down these key terms, the word meaning, remember them, and as I have told you that ABCD was done, some of the students are not having the SST book. They are complaining me. So I would request them to manage the book somehow and get in contact with the school whether the SST book is available or not. Get it quickly so that you can follow up the homeworks. E number you have to make, and I will click a picture of these questions. I will upload it in the group as well so that you can make it. Okay. Thank you. Till then, bye bye. Take care.